Welcome to episode 197 of Technical File, the sports podcast you never knew you needed.
This your boy TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. How y'all doing this week?
I'm the Urja.
Only known as
The Urja.
Big baby.
and I'm Camille, point guard of the crew, the real life Tifa Lockhart, the girl next door, holding it down for all the women who love sports.
And it's your boy K Harris, the gentleman,
The gentleman.
the everyday gentleman,
24/7.
but better known as K Diddy.
Take that.
Alrighty, folks. Well, if you didn't know, now you're about to find out. You can find us at www.technicalfile.com. Don't forget to put the K on that motherfucker.
You damn right.
You can also find us on the Facebook, Technical File Podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We also have a Technical File Pod Overtime group where you can join in with the listeners, fans, and the fam. But hold on. We also are on the Twitter and the Instagram at Technical File. And last but not least, Technical File Podcast, YouTube.
There you go.
Faces, there we go, baby.
There you go.
Say cheese.
Cheese. Look up, Marlon. Say cheese.
Right.
But like I say every week, man.
Like you forget it.
Like I say every week, man. If you guys enjoy being a part of this amazing Tech File fam, I'm sure everybody you know. Your mama, your daddy, your uncle, your granny, your baby mama, baby daddy, whoever. Wherever you're listening right now. Just share. It's simple. It's a free way, like Kimbo always says, it's a free way to support us. And it's easy to do. So share. Do it right now. And download the Good News Radio app.
You better tell them download that app, fam. Tell them.
Do it now. You ain't doing shit else. Download the damn app.
You already got 18 million apps. One more ain't gonna hurt you, fam. Might as well.
I don't know. Everybody be acting like one more hurt them. Like, damn, I do gotta download an app. Like, fuck, bro, I don't want to.
Yeah, I don't have no space. Like if I got a couple of podcasts set to automatic download, I have to turn that shit off. Like,
I turned that off a long time ago.
Yeah.
No, I got it on because I get my people to say listens, but gotta delete.
No, it don't download. It come through, and then I hit the download button. Like even if I don't listen to your pod and I support you, I'm gonna hit that download button. You gonna get my listen. You know what I'm saying? But that might delete it right afterwards because I did it at the time. But
hey, help your numbers.
Hey, bro, I'm gonna help your numbers, fam. I promise you, I will.
so hint.
Return the favor, motherfucker.
But wherever you find podcasts, you can find us. That includes Apple Podcasts, Google Play,
Yes, sir.
SoundCloud,
Right?
Spotify, Stitcher, Pandora.
Yeah.
Still got to work on that one. Amazon Music.
Amazon, yeah, we also have nothing for that yet. Amazon Music.
iHeartRadio.
You ain't gonna boo boo?
I didn't even hear it.
I
didn't even hear
with
it.
the poop. That's because Eric breathing all heavy into the mic and shit.
Hey, I'm trying to
All right,
laugh at that again.
So last week y'all can't hear me. Now this week I'm like I don't know what to do, fam.
Hey, you
like,
big baby this week, bro.
I either had a microphone here or I had to hear.
Oh
Hell
man,
no.
don't make me
Himalaya.
laugh again.
like
Like a player.
Wooshka,
Wooska.
the Good News app.
Good News Radio.
Yes, sir. And as we already said, download the app. It's one app. You can catch us live on Tuesdays.
To chat with
Be
us.
part of the show. Hop in the chat box. We enjoy that interaction. Y'all
Exactly.
been to some of our when we do it live on Facebook, when we do, the shows and y'all be in the chat. It'd be fun. So why don't you do that every Tuesday, 6 to
Exactly.
8 Central
Come on.
Time.
Join
6
us.
to 8 p.m. Central Time. We should probably make an event so people remember 6 to 8. Make it Tim, make a
6 to 8.
freestyle about 6 to 8. Have it ready for next week, fam. We're gonna put a jingle in their head so they remember what time to check us out on the Good News Radio app.
Nah, but
That shit, I was like, that shit finna be garbage.
Listen, you have no faith in your boy. I'm the one that be winning the titles and saving your ass. I should have
Hey,
let
bro,
you
I
keep
got faith, bro. I'll be
stuttering
all right,
last
man.
week.
No,
You know
come
what?
next week, B.
Nah, forget
come
that.
next week.
Forget
No.
that. We're gonna have
Tim
to
the
break
greatest.
kid around this mug.
Tim the
Kid
greatest.
through glass, bro.
Tim the greatest out here. Y'all tune in next week, Tim, with them bars.
Nah, he over here trying to champion the
Bro,
belt
I do the
shit.
beat, bro, like you do on the table. Say nothing. It's nothing out here.
He gonna do the grinding beat.
Hey, the only beat niggas know how to do it.
Right, every MPS table.
It must probably, I wonder what that beat is now.
The kids just
that
do
they
it.
doing
Like,
in school.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know.
Grinding.
Still and shit.
The beat never changed. That's just the
It
beat
never
through
changed.
MPS.
I mean,
they just added
the
new
grinding
side
beat,
effects.
right? Like we were doing the grinding beat before it was the grinding beat. Like,
Yeah.
I'll go.
They probably in the background going skirt.
Hey, some of the high school listeners, let us know what y'all doing. Let us know what y'all rapping to.
What's the word on the street?
What's
Sound old as a bitch.
Hey, what's the 414?
Hey, don't waste your time.
The
They're like, they all
414.
Wait, you say what's the 414?
He said, "What's the 414?" He definitely put our
Oh shit,
area
my
code
bad.
in there.
411.
Come on, let's just keep on rolling.
Hey,
See,
Duke's laughing hard.
about to start tripping and falling again.
Hey, we talking about like that meme for what's the dude who had the baseball cap on? He's like, "What's up, kids?"
How do you do, fellow kids?
Yeah.
But you can also find us wherever you're listening to this podcast right now. While there, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review. 5 stars or better. It helps us, and we appreciate it.
Yes,
Indeed.
sir. 5 stars, rate and review. Another free way to help the pod. We appreciate that, man. We've been at this for a long time, you know, and we've only been able to get to where we've gotten to thanks to y'all. We appreciate all the doors y'all opened for us. So we want more of them doors to open. So please share the show, rate and review. It helps us out tremendously. So before we get into the sport fact of the week and then the topics, going to shout out our top listening cities from the past week and all of our international fam. So at the number 1 spot, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Welcome back, hometown. What's the 414, y'all? Number 2, we got Racine, Wisconsin.
Ray Silla.
going on?
Welcome
Hello,
back, as
neighbor.
always.
Number 3, we got Cypress, Texas.
Cypress, Texas. Welcome back. You're part of the fam.
Number 4, we got Little Elm, Texas.
Little
Ham, welcome.
Hello.
Number 5, we got Ashburn, Virginia.
Ashburn, Virginia. What's
Ashburn's
going on?
been here before, haven't they? I
Mhm.
feel like
Mhm.
Hello, welcome back.
Number 6, we got Menominee Falls, Wisconsin.
Hello,
Menominee Falls, welcome.
Number 7, we got Tampa, Florida.
Tampa, what's
Tampa
going
Bay.
on? Y'all been coming back.
Tampa
See
Bay.
y'all.
Number 8, we got Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Hello,
K-Town, what's going on?
K-Town.
Number 9, we got Littleton, Colorado.
Littleton, what's going on?
I feel like that's
Welcome.
a new one. I don't
Welcome,
think I've ever said
Littleton.
Littleton, Colorado before. So welcome.
I have, but not for good reasons.
Oh shit.
And then
Okay.
number 10, right? We're gonna float that. Number 10. We got St. Louis, Missouri. What's up?
St.
St.
Louis, what's going on, Dirty?
Fine May, St. Louis.
I love that song still.
I'm
not gonna
we'll be
lie,
going
Country
down there. We'll be
Grammar-
there soon.
Country Grammar is still gets rotation.
You got a fly in your pocket? Who's we?
Oh no, like me and the fam, we gotta go visit
Oh.
the fam because like my whole dad's side of the family there. So.
Eric said,
Like, when am I? I'm going to St. Louis? What?
Hey, I
said,
actually
well,
like St. Louis.
no,
St.
no,
Louis,
me and
I
the
like
fam,
St. Louis.
we'll be down there soon.
I've never been to St. Louis.
I like St.
before.
Louis. It's
I do
decent.
St.
It
Louis.
depends where you're going though. You gotta watch.
St. Louis barbecue? What's the food? What's the cuisine in St. Louis?
I believe it is barbecue. With
Yeah, we're there. Like
That's what I
yeah,
thought. Yeah.
ribs and shit.
Oh, they do be having some fire.
See, I don't like ribs that much. I know, don't
The
judge
ribs
me.
are fire.
I know, but they just ain't for me. I don't know what it is, but anywho, international
food,
listeners. Most people do. Like I'm the anomaly here. They
I
just
don't like ribs.
oh, you don't either? Oh, yeah, I'd rather have like a brat than a hot dog than
I don't
some
like brats
ribs.
either.
Well,
What?
what do you eat at the barbecue?
What
sir?
do
I
you
love a
eat?
brat, dog.
Please
Brisket?
tell me now.
Shoulder?
Be vegetarian on this out here.
Steak, burgers, hot dogs.
That's it.
Oh,
I don't eat hot dogs. That's the
No, I
that's the
love
devil's
barbecue.
meat.
What? What you eat, brats? That's just a big cousin to the hot dog.
The devil's meat.
The
The
devil's meat.
devil's meat.
That's
Wow.
a double entendre for you.
Right, let me go.
Exactly.
Let's go ahead and keep on rolling.
Right, international listeners. Shout out to Canada.
Hey,
Canada, what's going on?
They don't get a hey
Belgium.
neighbor.
Well, hello, neighbor. He is our neighbor.
They close.
They are. They close. They
I
right
forget
right on.
sometimes that y'all right there.
Right there.
It's a
Kicks
hop,
y'all
skip, and a
right
jump.
there.
We had Belgium.
Belgium.
Okay.
Welcome back. Trusty old Belgium.
We got Germany.
Germany. Welcome back.
Welcome.
And we got New Zealand.
New Zealand. Welcome back.
Hey.
Shout out to everybody who tuned in to us last week. If you're listening now, we appreciate you tuning in this week.
Absolutely.
Sport fact of the week.
On May 2nd, 2017, Isaiah Thomas scored 53 points, 9 of which came in overtime to lead the Celtics to a 129-119 victory over the Washington Wizards in Game 2 of the Eastern Conference semifinals in Boston. It would have been the 23rd birthday of Thomas's sister, China, who died 2 weeks earlier in a car crash. Thomas also endured 6 hours of oral surgery that morning following an incident where his tooth was knocked out during Game 1.
Jesus.
So, shouts out to Isaiah Thomas.
Yeah,
It's
shout
been
out.
all downhill from there.
Yeah.
I literally had chills as you was reading that because I remember watching that game, like the emotion that he was playing with, the way that the city was behind him and rooting for him. Like, I don't cheer for Boston that much, but I was cheering for Boston that day.
Mm-hmm.
All right, you ready to talk about what we got to talk about for the week?
For sure.
Let's do it. Let's get into it. All right, so the NFL draft is this week, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. So I figured we start here, talk about the draft a little bit, talk about some team needs, specifically in the NFC North. You know, that's where we reside. That's where our allegiance resides.
Mm-hmm.
And Tim, I know you've been following the draft and the prep very closely. So I keep hearing things like there might be 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round, which
it's actually wild. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be fun watching this draft because it could be 5 quarterbacks taken in the first round. In the damn near in the top 5. But yeah, man, like for some reason they just absolutely love. One, I just find it weird that Justin Fields went from being just the unspoken number 2 beside Trevor Lawrence to damn, he probably gonna be the last one of them 5 taken.
Yeah, that's wild.
And they can't really explain why outside of he may or may not show up in these big games, but he's been there. He's done that. Like he had to transfer schools to show off and show out. And he ain't did nothing but defy the odds ever since. And for some reason, Justin Fields is now the damn near number 5. You got Trey Lance in front of him, Trevor Lawrence in front of him. They got Mac Jones. Oh boy, going to the Jets. Zach Wilson?
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he makes it 5.
Yeah, I'll trade up to get him. Shit.
Shouts out to the Undefeated. They did have a piece on what you just mentioned about Fields dropping from like the consensus number 2 to possibly being the 5th quarterback taken.
What were they saying about it? Like, did they have like reasons behind why?
I mean, it's a long article. I would say just give it a glance. It doesn't have like hardcore reasons. It's just like
just going through.
You know, it's kind of like the plight of the black quarterback kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. And
everybody always have to answer the questions, you know, that nobody else gets asked, type of thing.
And then he beat Trevor Lawrence's team in the college football playoffs.
The holy hell out of him. He had like 5 touchdowns that game. Seriously,
said the whole.
Like when Ohio State won that game, I'm gonna go ahead and get the actual stats because they dog walked them. Ohio State versus Clemson,
and he was injured during that game. I don't get it. I don't get it. But
I could be either them or Alabama is what I'm thinking. It's one of them two.
It feels like to me, whatever team
Alabama won a title.
Yeah, because Trevor Lawrence played for Clemson,
and
that was one of the semifinal matchups since they only got 4 teams in the playoffs for college football. But
they might expand this one.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. 5 quarterbacks in the top 10 is going to be crazy. But yeah, let's talk NFC North real quick. So as we normally do, we'll start with the appetizers, you know, and then move on to the main course. So hey, Detroit, what's up? See, this is why Detroit hate. I be hearing what I'm saying, Detroit, and I'm sorry.
Hey, Detroit, the bread that they bring out, that shit free.
Damn.
It come with the meal. Eat the bread, they the bread.
They're not even an appetizer. They just the bread
No,
that be
they
on the
just
table
that
when you
bread.
get there.
Yeah, they get the bread.
They're
that
the
be there.
complimentary.
So Detroit team needs wide receiver.
Everything.
I was just saying.
Dang near linebacker, edge rusher, safety, quarterback, cornerback, defensive tackle. They got
everything.
Everything.
They got
Everything.
4 picks in the first 3 rounds, and I would imagine that they are going to be looking to address those needs. Detroit, we talked about, I think it was last week when we were going over the over-unders on what we thought the teams were going to be.
Mm-hmm.
Look, there's only
Talk
there's
nice.
you know what? You're right. So I'm just not saying nothing at all because I don't really have too much nice to say about Detroit except for good luck in the draft. Good luck. Anybody else have anything else to say about Detroit? Because I'm not trying to get more hate mail from that city.
They'll probably grab a wide receiver,
No,
honestly. They lost Marvin Jones Jr. and they lost Kenny Galladay. They grabbed the quarterback. Yeah. So they grabbed the quarterback in that trade with no weapons, really. So I wouldn't be surprised for them to grab a guy that's one of the top receivers available. So either Waddle or Smith or Devontae Smith or whatever.
I mean, they got a top 10 pick, so
yeah. So I feel they'll probably grab somebody like that. I would assume because they have nothing on offense. Woo, they have nothing on offense, really.
Their wide receiver core is Tyrell Williams, Brashad Perriman, Geronimo Allison, and Quintez Cephas.
Everybody on that list should be at least the number 3 receiver.
Yeah.
I'm serious. Everybody on that list is a number 3 receiver on any team. None of them should be a number 1.
Yeah, and we know about Geronimo. So
we've seen Geronimo personally. Brashad Perriman has been that pretty much. Who else over there?
Cephas went to UW.
Yeah, and Cephas is going to be special teams. Like that's what they've been using him as, special teams, and like he's like a sub wide receiver. Like he was over here, he was with us for a second too.
He is. I don't know if he was with the Packers. I don't believe so.
I know he was. I know he's with Detroit for sure because I think he scored against the Packers. That's what it was.
But yeah, and Cephas is the only receiver they have that signed past this season, so they should really look at addressing wide receiver. This is a deep wide receiver, draft, so they should definitely, look to address that. Of their team needs, do you think wide receiver is their biggest need? We know they need a lot, but
it's hilarious they got quarterback up there when they traded.
We talked about golf. We know that ain't the long-term answer.
I mean, he needs somebody to throw to, so I would say definitely get a receiver first.
Well, I guess the question for y'all is if one of those top 5 quarterbacks is still there at 7, should they take a look at it?
Yes.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, you definitely have to.
Oh, dang. What you got going on, fam?
Was that me?
My phone. That might have been my phone. Hold on. Pull it up. I don't know what the hell that was.
Oh no, it was the green box appeared around Ken's name when I heard the noise. So
oh shit, hey, my bad. I don't know if I
apologies.
The ghost came in this motherfucker.
That ghost was tired of us talking about Detroit, fam.
Hey, Detroit ghost came in and like
the ghost for 8 Mile and shit.
They'll probably all right, just to wrap up Detroit, they'll probably grab a wide receiver, linebacker, and a safety in the first 3, a safety or defensive tackle in the first 3 rounds. Granted, they don't got no corners. Maybe they'll grab a corner.
They got some needs, but they got 4 picks in the first 3 rounds, so it's good for them. Let's move on to Minnesota. Now we got the appetizer here. Although, arguably, that probably should be Chicago because I think Minnesota's gonna be better than Chicago. But you a Bears fan, so I'm a
Chicago hate y'all need to relax.
Is it hate if it's true?
Is it?
All right. You're gonna get on the list, my good son.
Okay, Chris Jericho.
You know what happens? You know what happens when you talk shit about the Chicago Bears?
I need someone. You gotta click a pen. You're on the list. The Vikings. They they need some things too. Offensive line, they need an edge rusher, they need a cornerback, they need a safety, linebacker, receiver. Because they said, look, I'm looking at safety. Like Harrison Smith has been, the dude there handling his business, but he's also on the other side of his prime now. So they need to make sure that they're invested in that position. I know they signed what's his name? Xavier Woods. This
New Day, yes it is.
Right, plenty wrestling connections here, but they definitely need some more depth there. But looking at what their team needs are, which of those positions do you think is of the utmost important? And then just to let y'all know, in case you weren't aware, the Vikings have 3 picks in the first 3 rounds: 14, 78, and 90.
I think they should probably grab the best lineman available.
Offensive lineman, are you talking about?
Yeah, offensive lineman, my bad. Yeah, best offensive lineman available, because they got something in that offense.
Yeah.
If they can keep Kirk Cousins upright, because he gonna sling it for him. He gonna get the ball up the field. So if they give Kirk Cousins some time in the pocket, and then also gives Dalvin Cook some time in the pocket, create these lanes for him. Like for them, their offense is the biggest strength right now, and I feel like it would take too much time for them to try to quickly build their defense when they got so many holes there. So why not just put a lot of your time then, I guess now, into your offense and make that a juggernaut, and then worry about your defense on the back end? Because right now you're really bad at defense and you're pretty good on offense if you had better linemen. So you can make at least your offense sub-elite, I guess, and then work on your defense the rest of the way. Because right now you're not going to win nothing anyways.
Dang.
So you want them to go to the old Green Bay Packers school of team building?
Might as well. Shit, they're already right there. Like Kirk Cousins may not be the best quarterback, but he's sufficient enough in their offense to where if you give him some time, he's gonna get the ball up there. You got Justin Jefferson, you still got Adam Thielen. So like, why not keep pushing that? Like I said, with Dalvin Cook, and then who knows, they might draft another young wide receiver.
They probably will late. I can see
right. So like you have somebody in the slot, more than likely that's what they're looking for, or somebody to replace Kyle Rudolph, and they're not that bad. Just give them a good offensive lineman, either on the guard or the center spot, and then they should be good.
And get some depth in that secondary, because y'all had a few injuries last season, and
it was no corners.
It was a feast. It was a feast in Minnesota.
That would probably be pick number 2 if I was them.
They got
corner.
Pack.
Yeah, corner. Like if they don't pick up a guard or like an offensive lineman, I would pick up a corner, because them corners were getting destroyed last season.
Which is part of why they signed.
They got Pat.
Yeah, they signed Pat. Like they
shored that up, right?
Eric's like, don't get them no more. They good. That's all they need. I'm trying to win. But no, Minnesota, I think they'll probably finish second in the division. Sorry, Ken. But yeah. Any other Minnesota thoughts?
Can't. Dwayne probably go have some words.
I mean, hey, we weren't disrespectful, we told, hey, we weren't like, it wasn't like we were talking about Detroit. So why do I do this?
I don't know. It's just like automatic.
It's like easy to do. I'm sorry, Detroit.
See, look at you. You can't help yourself.
I can't help it. I can't even help it. Ever since we got that hate mail, it's been on.
Somebody they go do a diss track and shit. The Tech File diss track. All Detroit rappers rap off beat and shit. So.
Bam.
They're gonna be talking over a beat.
They just gonna be talking on the beat and shit.
that you know what? Let's move on. I want to disrespect their rap scene. Chicago, the Bears.
The Bears.
Y'all
okay, what we need to do first of all is.
Go ahead, Frank.
Oh, my bad.
No, hey.
Is we got the red rifle as our starting quarterback. First of all, let's start there. Because there's no way, if we really plan on winning anything or winning more games than we possibly can, is having him at quarterback. Especially talking about like 5 quarterbacks can go top 10. We got to find some way to trade up and get in the top 10 to get Justin Fields. That's what I want.
So you trying?
So I feel if Ryan Pace really wants to save his job, this would be the way for him to save it, because we did it before to get Mitch, and it didn't pan out well. So this will be his chance to redeem himself for us to actually go ahead and trade up and get Justin Fields because we need a quarterback, yo.
Hey, if Fields is falling,
Yeah, especially
I
since they
would,
talking about he
like,
falling too. Like he should be.
I would be surprised if I don't hear that y'all are on the phones trying to move up because
Yeah.
I mean y'all did. To be fair to Chicago, y'all
Mhm.
did try to get Wilson. You
Right.
tried to get Russ
Yeah.
this offseason, and then
Mhm.
Seattle was like, "No, that's
Oh,
not
do
gonna
you
happen."
know if that man? I would have. I don't know.
But the way y'all been
I'll be
chasing
so
the quarterback, I would think that y'all would throw the picks out there to try to move up into that spot if Justin Fields is available.
Yeah, exactly. We can give a second round. Give our first round. We can do that. It's Justin Fields, and then we need to work on our O-line too. So after we figure out what we're gonna do with quarterback, definitely got to work on our O-line.
I tell you, I wouldn't want to see if he pans out to be who he advertised to be. I would not want to see Justin Fields running around the NFC North.
No,
Would not want.
I do. I will welcome
absolutely
that
not.
with
Absolutely
open
not.
arms.
Absolutely not. But yeah, I mean, outside of wide receiver and O-line and quarterback, as you mentioned,
Mhm.
Probably cornerback.
Yeah,
Some secondary.
Yeah, for
You
sure.
never have too many in the background, but I mean, really,
Our linebackers
O-line,
are good,
Y'all
our ends are
really
good.
need to shore up the O-line.
Yeah,
As Tim
for
always
sure.
points out, he's a lot lower on your O-line than I have been, but it does need some work. So
it does.
Wait.
We wasn't healthy last year either, though.
Y'all need say QB, OT, G, and C. And that damn near and wide receiver. You only missing the TE.
We got enough for them.
man.
We got enough tight ends, goddamn.
Y'all go into the season with 12 of them hoes.
They literally need like every position on their O-line. They need tackle. They need a guard. They need a center. Like
These are facts.
no damn
These
alphabet
are
on that
facts.
list. Y'all need
And-
line. I ain't got no faith in they damn line.
and
It's terrible.
y'all got 3 picks in the first 3 rounds. Y'all at 20, 52, and 83. So we'll see what y'all able to do. And as for Green Bay, the entree, which you came here to hear about,
Send this shit back. I want this shit. This ain't what I ordered.
Give me what I want.
Give me what I want. Packers needs wide receiver is listed here, linebacker, outside linebacker, defensive lineman, cornerback, and punter. Now, I will go against the grain here and say that I don't think that wide receiver is a top need. Like, I definitely think that we should draft a receiver in this draft, but I don't think that we need to use a high draft pick on a wide receiver. I'd rather shore up the defense a little bit. I know this is a good draft for cornerbacks too, ain't it?
In the top cornerbacks, yeah.
You think it's gonna be some top
probably like
cornerbacks
the
around?
top 10 cornerbacks, sure. After that, but none of them, most of them probably ain't like after Surtain. Like everybody else is kind of like on it. JC Horn.
When
Those
we
two.
draft at 29,
Mhm.
how likely is it that one of them top 10 cornerbacks will still be on the board?
Oh, it's highly like a lot of people like Asante Samuel Jr. or Greg Newsom II, but and those are really good talents that should be available around there as well.
Will they slide into the
tier,
second? Will that tier slide into the second, or is that one of them things that's gonna be like, if you better get it while you got it?
Like for us, it might be like, they might be there, but yeah, it's just like the talent level from the first round, like the top tier corners compared to that second tier.
It's a drop off.
It's a decent enough gap.
I saw the guy on NFL Network was saying that the kid from Virginia Tech is falling because of a back injury, but he said if he was healthy, he would be like possibly the first corner off the board.
I was just seeing that pop up.
Caleb something. Caleb Farley.
Yeah.
So I mean, how bad I guess is his injury? Like, is it worth taking that flyer?
I mean, back surgeries for a cornerback is gonna be bad no matter what. So
I mean, I guess is his talent enough to where it's like, well, shit, you know, like
I mean,
like Michael Porter Jr. Like, you know, you get to 13th pick, it's like, I
you
mean,
could say
his
that,
back is
but
messed up, but
I would rather take a flyer on. If that's the case, then I would rather take a flyer on a wide receiver, as opposed to. I mean, granted, like you said, his talent is kind of like Cowboys linebacker. He had the knee issues or Jalen Smith, like that. Like he got the talent, and you really do want to take a flyer because he has that top tier talent, but you just waiting. It's kind of like you just wait. Like you would like to, you really would, but I wouldn't. I would rather go somewhere else as opposed to take that flyer on that talent like that.
So, for me, I say cornerback. I'd probably also put like linebacker up there too, for what I would want the team to be most, focused on in the first round. What do you think the team's biggest need is, like you personally?
Inside linebacker for years and years and years and years
since Nick Barnett.
As I said, we have not had a good inside linebacker court since Nick Barnett. Yeah,
I used to like dude though.
He was a dog. Self, man.
I ain't saying all that, but he was.
I'll say it.
But that was at the time we had AJ Hawk, Nick Barnett, and Clay. Like we had them three were nice, great linebacking core. Since then, we have Fackrell and the two that's on the Giants now. And yeah, Blake Martinez. Like, yeah, they can tackle, but they couldn't cover shit.
Yeah, Martinez, yeah.
Like, yeah, they'll give you 150 tackles in the season for sure, 5 yards up the field. So that was what we had. We haven't really, and those are still good linebackers, but not since the Barnetts that can cover the field and you can still get the tackles. And like, we're not hitting them 8-9 yards up the field, talking about some, yeah, we got them. Like, no, bro, meet them at the line. Like, we've been in need of some inside linebackers to control shit for years. I was happy when I thought we could get Patrick Queen last year. Still hurt my heart when I seen this man jumping up a pile, stopping motherfuckers with a forearm and shit. Like, just wild stuff. Like, we've been needed an inside linebacker. Somebody that can, we needed a sideline cover linebacker for years because we've always been able to find tackling linebackers.
I'm not mad at that at all. E, what about you? What would you say? If you have an opinion on it.
I don't really, but I'm looking at Caleb Farley. He's 6'2". Like,
he big ass corner.
And he used to be a wide receiver, so he got ball skills.
Got some hands.
Mm-hmm.
I'm intrigued. And if you getting damaged goods, like, I mean, it might not work out, but if it does, that's lockdown corners on both sides.
Yeah.
That's intriguing.
Ken, as a Bears fan, I know you don't want us to succeed, but
never.
You watch the Packers.
I just don't want y'all to win against us. I don't care. I'm not a hater like that. Just lose against the Bears.
What do you think the Packers' biggest team need is?
I feel like your biggest team need would have to be defensively, probably I would say linebacker, but the Packers being the Packers, they're going to pick a receiver.
You think so?
I think
they finally gonna do it. It's probably gonna be the 1 year they're gonna do it, and I'm gonna be like, oh nigga, we ain't need you to even do that this year.
Oh well, we got like 5 receivers that's gonna be unrestricted free agents this year.
That's what I feel like Packers gonna do.
I'm not saying to not draft a wide receiver. I am just saying it's not the greatest need on this team at this moment. That's all I'm saying.
I feel like MVS is getting close to breaking through. Like,
listen, it's going to happen.
This is contract year.
I mean, like Jordy came in and he had problems with drops.
Devontae
Adams came in. He had problems with drops.
Turtleneck Jones.
That man stayed with a turtleneck on, bro. It was hot.
It wasn't even a full one. It was like a little half.
But he had, man, James Jones used to drop the ball like a motherfucker.
And then you got Lazard too.
He had crazy hands.
Yeah,
you got Lazard. They got Funches who wasn't playing last year, who's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of that, you got the tight ends.
I'm excited about
Robert Tonyan. So, hey, man.
Like, I think he has weapons. Like, as much as he's complaining about how they haven't built around him and they wasted his prime and blah blah blah. Like, and part of that is like Aaron Rodgers' talent for getting people the ball. Like, that helps obviously. But like, I think that he has enough on offense. Like, it's not like, I don't know.
They not dropping balls, bro. It'd been a different game.
Mm-hmm.
And that included Devontae, who's top 3 receiver in the league. So
not 3.
Tim, what's that kid's name that plays in the receiver for Florida?
Kayvon, what is it?
I like him.
Yeah, he's like a lot of cats like that are the weapon, the switchblades, the Tavon Austins, the real
did they bring
gadget type slot wide receivers.
Tavon Austin. Didn't they have him for a minute?
We just had him last season.
Is he? I don't think he's still on the team now, is he?
I don't think so.
I thought that was a.
And I want to go back and change my answer. They just need a playmaker. Like I feel like that's what's been missing from the defense. Like they need somebody that's going, like a game breaker type of, right? Exactly. Like somebody that makes those big splash plays. Like Jair is locked down. That's because like nobody throws at him. You know what I mean? Like you need somebody like in the center of the field that's going, sideline to sideline, line of scrimmage to the deep ball, like the safety or like to your point, a linebacker, like just somebody that can control the game in the middle of the field.
I'm with that, but as we're again, the NFL draft kicks off on Thursday. I am very much looking forward to it. I like drafts. ESPN. Hey, listen, I watched the WNBA draft. I saw the questions y'all asked them, and it didn't involve no trauma. It was about like how they played, how they came up. It was,
there was
very
one
good.
Where she was crying, like some girls, dads died, and she like, is there anybody that you're thinking about on a special day? And she's like, oh yeah, my family and stuff. Yeah, but you did lose somebody earlier this year, right? And she's like, oh yeah. It's like, nobody want to talk about that shit on the happiest day of their life.
But with the NFL one, it'd be every single draft pick, like
every other pick.
You were draft pick number 26. Do you remember what happened to you on the 26th of March, the darkest day in your life? And you want to talk about that? Like, dang, no, I don't. Could you remember when your mom was on crack? How do you feel now? It's like, why are we doing this?
Man, that was
like they had that for like somebody's little draft card graphic, right?
What, their mom was on crack?
Like, I wish somebody would put some on my little draft card, like mom on crack. Like, this is we ain't talking about that.
Hey, they go pan to the person that it stands and they do it crack. You like, damn, I told you they was.
I know they be mad as hell when somebody come from like a 2-parent family that
raised right
whatsoever.
Right.
Like, damn,
you can't do nothing with this.
You can't do nothing with Captain America. Get him the fuck up out of here. Like, who's next?
Mel Kiper just starts slandering them and shit. Like,
right. I don't think they got it.
Right. Like, what the fuck?
Dang. Okay. But no, real quick, jokes aside, talking about the draft, I wanted to just bring attention to Terence Clark, who played for the University of Kentucky. He was expected to be drafted in this year's NBA draft. He passed away tragically, suddenly in a car crash. So definitely want to pay respects to him. 19 years old, on the doorstep of achieving your life goals. So
yeah, just signed with Clutch Sports.
Mm-hmm. So just want to send out love to his family, to his friends, to all of those who were affected by his passing. That's just a tragedy. Like, that's just a tragedy. That's wild. That's wild. Bounce back to the NFL really quick. This past week, the NFL approved a new rule which has relaxed certain position groups wearing certain numbers on the field. Eric's already shaking his head. No, it's going to look a lot like college. So in prior seasons, only quarterbacks, kickers, and punters were allowed to wear single digits. But now, you got linebackers, defensive backs, tight ends, wide receivers, and running backs can all wear single-digit numbers. Now, if you're a lineman, offensive or defensive, you still in the same bracket. You ain't got that much flexibility. But everybody else is pretty much free reign. Eric,
these quarterbacks would be pissed.
You were already shaking your head. So why are you not a fan of the number change?
Like, most importantly, like, it just looks stupid. Like, you got these big ass dudes with like number 4, like. Too much jersey going on. Like, I don't like it.
That number 45. Who number 2?
Right. Like, you got a 6'5", 300-pound dude rushing off the edge, number 6. Like,
hey,
defensive line staying the same. Oh, I guess.
Well, I mean, like, if it's an offside linebacker, yeah. Like,
if it's a linebacker,
which is also like, that's the thing. Like, what's his name? Smith.
Both the Smiths. Well, Zadarius for sure.
Yeah, he was saying like I think he said I'm a linebacker, not a D end, or whichever position pays more. He's like, I'm that. Because it's like it is the same position, it just depends on if you 3-4 or 4-3. Like
Yeah.
they pretty interchangeable.
Or what they list you as, because it's still a defensive end in the 3-4.
Ain't that what he just said?
That's what I'm saying. Like a 4-3 defensive end is a 3-4 outside linebacker, essentially. You looking at me?
No, because both formations have a defensive end. Is what
I know.
saying.
I'm never.
He's
mind.
saying the role that they play is like if you're an outside linebacker, you're generally playing the position.
Edge rusher.
You're doing the same job requirements of an edge rusher. Like that's what you're doing. Like pretty much a DE, but you're handing in the dirt. So that's what he's saying. Like you're doing
like a 3-4 defensive end isn't really coming off the edge like that. Like they don't line up wide enough. But anyway, we talking about jersey numbers. Yeah, no, I'd be like, it feels like you're addressing a problem that didn't exist, really.
Hey, I think teams are running out of numbers. Like, I think it was like the Kansas City Chiefs, I believe, was one of the teams who was like, can we please do something with these jersey numbers? Like, we need some flexibility here.
But I think one of the things is the player has to buy out the rest of their stock.
That's
if they change their number this year, they have to buy out the rest of their stock. If they wait until next year, they do not have to pay. So we will most likely see more players changing their numbers next year rather than this season. Although there are some players already who are like, I'm not waiting. Like, I want my number that I had in college my whole life. I want that number back. I want it now. So we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, I think it matters. Like if you're a big enough star to where you actually have jerseys out on the shelves because your third string cornerback, like I'm pretty sure you could just change the jersey and not have to buy it out any type of stuff.
You ain't got that much to pay off.
Yeah.
Mr. Darnell Savage, the Green Bay Packers. You had talked initially about changing your jersey number to 21 to be 21 Savage, and 21. I think now it's time to do that again, sir. Would enjoy that. Would very much enjoy that. You get a free pass Savage to change your jersey number next year. Just go ahead and 21 Savage it up, man. Steph Curry.
This dude here.
That man, we talked about him, I think, last week, but he is just setting record after record after record. After he hit 7 threes this past weekend, he set a new NBA record for most threes in the calendar month. And this month is not over yet.
Wow.
Like he is
like 2 games left or something like that?
I think. I don't know how many the Warriors got left this month, but I mean, the month is ending Friday, so 2 seems about right, probably. Yeah, the previous record was held by James Harden, who had 82 while he was on the Rockets. That's, I mean, in 1 month.
In 1 month, bro.
That's a lot of threes.
Jesus. Steph Curry's been breaking all kinds of records. He broke Wilt record. He the all-time Warriors leading scorer, and now he got this. And he broke a Kobe record by being the first player age 33 or older to score 30 or more points in 11 straight games. Kobe had 30 in 10 straight games.
Like, they got 2 games left this month. Mavs and Timberwolves.
Do y'all think he can hit 100?
Hell yeah, he can.
Yeah.
15,
at the clip right now, he can hit the 100.
15 threes over 2 games?
He's not outside the realm of. It's not outside of the realm of possibility.
He can definitely do that.
Like, I think he dead ass averaging like 8 a game or some shit.
He averages some crazy numbers. I know that.
Yes,
everything he's putting up,
like 40
it.
this month. Yeah,
he's hitting 15 threes probably next game.
Okay, that's no, he ain't hitting
that
no
would be
15.
the NBA record, fam.
He ain't breaking Clay.
You
record.
acting like he ain't breaking them right now.
Valid. He has been breaking records. Speaking of the Warriors. Speaking of the Warriors, their May 3rd game against the Pelicans is going to be a Marvel-inspired alternate presentation across ESPN platforms. So what that means is that the telecast is going to actually integrate elements from an original Marvel story and some of their most iconic characters. And then the commentary will be provided in a fully customized Marvel themed studio. Listen, Marvel money long right now, fam.
Man,
like they
that's dope. That's definitely
they out here rolling.
They've been throwing out magic.
Listen, they hit with WandaVision. They came back with Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah,
which people have loved Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
Yeah, I didn't think I was going. I enjoyed it.
I think I think WandaVision has set my hopes a little bit too high for what Falcon and Winter Soldier was going to be. So I was a little disappointed in that sense because I was really into WandaVision.
Yeah,
and
I was too.
then I don't want to spoil it because people haven't watched it, but like all I'm gonna say is I agree with Isaiah Bradley. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm just leave it at that.
I appreciated what they were trying to do. I don't know if they necessarily landed the plane.
Yeah.
Yes.
I see what you was doing though.
Yeah, I appreciate where y'all was going.
Yeah. It made me more excited about Loki though, because I didn't care about Loki at first.
I think Loki will crack.
But now I'm actually excited.
It's gonna be interesting, weird.
Yeah, I like that.
It's gonna be it'll encapsulate you, but it's gonna be so you'll be like, well, what the fuck is going on?
Loki is just charismatic as it is too, so like he's gonna be fun to watch. Like he's
I'm ready for Black Widow though.
Really? See, I'm like I'm gonna watch it, of course, because I'm in the story. But like I'm not necessarily looking forward to it. But then again, like I wasn't looking forward to seeing Guardians of the Galaxy, and I left being like, "Oh, this was so crazy."
I was gonna say it was one of your favorites for a while, wasn't it?
Yeah, man. We might have to do a top 5. Do we do top 5 Marvel movies? Have we done that?
We can do it again.
Yeah, I was like, we can
but we have to revisit with the with the shows coming in because again, WandaVision was one like that too, where I was like, I'm gonna watch it, but I'm not too interested in whatever she got going on. But episode 2, I was like, what's my
yeah, like this Friday gonna be the first Friday without Marvel. Man, I'm like, I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. And it's a month. Like
I hope we gotta wait a month for the next.
Loki
don't come out till. Dang, what are we going? Like that's become a Friday ritual, fam. Like I'm like, oh, we about to watch. Dang, we gonna up. Okay,
we got a month to get right.
What we gonna do for a month? I guess go outside. I guess I can go outside
in the streets and shit.
And be in these streets.
The streets.
Marvel was keeping me home. But speaking of movies,
starts on June 11th.
June 11th. Wow. Okay, so they give us May off. We can do our thing in May. But speaking of movies and TV shows and all that, the Mortal Kombat movie came out this past week. It has gotten lots of mixed reviews.
Yeah.
I personally have not seen it yet, but all of the reviews have made me want to see it because I've never seen a movie that is so loved and also hated at the same time. Like all I see is like, oh, this was fun. I enjoyed it. Or I see this was trash. How dare they? So I'm very much looking forward to it. But WWE superstar The Miz. He got on Twitter.
Awesome.
And he pretty much said, hey, yo, y'all ain't have no Johnny Cage in this first movie. Let me be Johnny Cage. His tweet said, I actually want y'all to click on the link in the doc. I need y'all to see this picture that he posted.
Oh, no, he already looks like Johnny Cage.
Yeah,
they say he lives like Johnny Cage. He is Johnny Cage reincarnated.
Man, hell yeah, dog. Yeah.
I mean, why not? Trust me. The Miz
I'm with you.
No, the Miz would fit.
Yeah,
I am campaigning for Miz as Johnny Cage. He tweeted, quote, no Johnny Cage, I am the special effects. Let me do the casting for you. Say cheese. Hashtag Mortal Kombat. And then he put a picture of himself as Johnny Cage, which as to like
he'll probably dig into that role too. Like
he would kill that role.
Kill the movie just because it like it's made for him.
He has the personality for it. Like do it. I'm here for it. Miz, you got my vote. And Johnny Cage is my favorite Mortal Kombat character. I love Johnny Cage.
Yeah, he be talking that
He's
shit.
funny. Like you have to the Miz got it. And the co-creator.
You be hitting niggas in the nuts.
I was gonna say I haven't been involved with anything Mortal Kombat since like Sega Genesis. So I remember like Scorpion, Sub-Zero.
Get over here.
Jax, because it was the only black dude.
Sonya.
Sonya something.
Sonya
Blade.
Yeah. Sonya Blade.
That's about all I got.
No, Jack's got a daughter named Jackie. That's my favorite character to fight with right now, currently.
Oh man, them new Mortal Kombat games, them fatalities.
Man, be brutal as the one.
They be super brutal.
Why you like damn? My son like playing. I'm like,
wait till you watch the movie, Camille.
You can't be playing this.
Oh, I'm definitely texting you and Sam when I watched that because Sam told me her thoughts on the movie and I was like, dang, you was okay. I'm looking forward to it. But the co-creator of Mortal Kombat, he responded to The Miz on Twitter and he said, the guy makes a compelling case. He does. Sign him. Give me The Miz as Johnny Cage.
He could at least get an audition.
At least. And also staying on movies. So NBA stars Kevin Durant and Mike Conley, they were among the executive producers for Two Distant Strangers, which was awarded the Oscar for Best Short Film Live Action during the Academy Awards. So they were 2 of the 10 executive producers on the film. And that film is about police brutality and how it dramatizes it as an escapable time loop, like a tragic Groundhog Day for Black Americans.
Interesting.
I'm gonna tell you this right now.
Yeah, it's triggering.
Not something I would want to watch. The news cycle alone is triggering enough for me. I do not need it in my media and my entertainment. But then again, I'm probably not the target audience who needs to see that type of stuff. So congrats to y'all for getting that off. And it was directed by Trayvon Free, who was a former college basketball player at Long Beach State, and Martin Desmond Rowe. So shout out to all the people involved with putting that together. Congrats on the hardware. The Falcons have been receiving some phone calls about what's going on with Julio. What's up with Julio?
It's because they broke. We can't do shit with this big ass contract, man.
Now, they might not get the value back that they want for Julio, but they could come off of a lot of money, like Tim was mentioning, if they were to get rid of Julio. But it would most likely be after June 1st, because after June 1st, they save $15 million against the cap. Trade him before June 1st, it would be a $23 million cap hit.
Shit.
Yeah, we definitely know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he's
getting traded.
He's a Falcon for the next month.
Yeah. He's getting traded on Thursday, but
get him out of here.
We won't go through to the first.
Yeah.
Hey, Ravens, y'all should call them and see what's up. Y'all need to get that MVP over there some help.
He said, don't be sending him over there.
Hey, I'm just.
Lamar with Julio.
And
then you got Philly Brown. Go ahead.
That'd be ugly.
I'm just saying.
Hollywood Brown. I said Philly Brown. Hollywood Brown over there.
I was gonna roll with it too. Like it's one of them cities. It's a city.
No, it's Hollywood Brown. No, that's it. And then you got Mark Andrews over there too.
Yeah.
Oh, and J.K. Dobbins now, because they got rid of Mark Ingram.
The Patriots, apparently the Patriots and the Colts are 2 other teams outside of the Ravens who you should keep an eye on in the Julio. Of course, always the Patriots.
Bill stay lurking, dog.
Always. I guarantee you one thing.
Julio, oh yeah, let me get on one.
If Justin Fields do fall in this draft, I know Ken, you were saying the Bears should be calling. I bet you Bill gonna be on the phone like
they saying that the Pats if he's there, they're going after him. Like Bill Belichick wants Justin Fields. 11 right now. Ground? Okay. But right now they're talking. I seen recently they was talking with Carolina, who has number 8.
So since we're back on draft talk and we're talking about the Falcons, so I've seen people say they might take a tight end at 4.
Yeah, Kyle Pitts from Florida. He's supposed to be generational talent at the tight end position.
I mean, I don't know. Rob Gronkowski is the greatest tight end of all time, but I don't know if I would take him top 5 in a draft. I don't know if you get the return from a tight end. You get what I'm saying? I'm not knocking. I'm saying he might be the greatest tight end of all time, and he still might not be worth a top 4 pick, especially if people are willing to trade, give you the 49ers package to get up to number 4. I don't know why you would. You'd be like, nope, we're good at 4. We want this guy so bad, we're willing to forego all this extra added value that we can get for people who are trying to trade up for a quarterback.
I feel like if they would listen to somebody, it probably would be the Patriots, because they're not moving that far back and they can still get a impact. Granted, it wouldn't be Kyle Pitts, but who knows? Because maybe Kyle Pitts wouldn't fall that far, or would fall that far, because he's the only tight end that everybody's talking about up there that somebody will grab like that.
Or maybe they do what the Dolphins did, where they traded back and then traded back up. If you said the Pats are talking with 8, it's the Pats trade all the way up to 4, get their guy. Then Falcons can be like, okay, well, whatever package you were gonna get for 8, like we'll take that, and we can come back and get Pitts. Like I just
Kind of like with the
smarter than just being like, I'm gonna sit pat and just take this tight end at 4.
Yeah.
True. But they love Kyle Pitts apparently. Well, it's between that or a quarterback because they got to decide on Matt Ryan next year too. Because Matt Ryan's contract is just as massive as Julio's, and like I think his contract is up like 2023. So,
yeah, I was just saying like from a value standpoint, it didn't seem to make sense. But like, I mean, unless you get like of all things, like if it's an offensive tackle or like,
well, they're looking for like the Kelsey, but with the they're looking for a Gronk, but with Kelsey's mode. Because like he was coming out and they was like maybe he'll come out as a wide receiver, and he's like no, I'm gonna stay there. But he is considered a really good blocker as well as a great route runner and as a threat. I think he's like 6'5", so shit like that. Like he big as shit, but he still ran like a 4.40 at the tight end position, and he can still block really well. So they're like,
you don't have to sell me. Like I completely believe in his talent. I'm just saying like I think that there's a cap on how much of an impact a tight end can actually have. Like when you're picking a top 5.
Yeah, that's a fair point. So apparently Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul are going to be fighting each other on June 5th. I am not spending my money on that.
Yeah, nobody want to see that shit.
You know what?
That's two faces. That's two people who I hope will both get knocked out, and that's not possible in this fight. Like someone has to win. Like
they gonna knock each other out at the same time.
Just swing like this.
I would watch it.
Like that might be Floyd's first knockout in a million years.
Right. It's not even like it's not a free event. Like you have to pay for this. I'm not paying for this. No. If there is some way for me to watch this free, sure, I might tune in. But you're not getting my money. I'm not supporting you financially on this fight. It's stupid.
Like the Paul brothers seem like terrible human beings, but I must give them credit because like they've taken wrestling and like applied it to the boxing world where it's like we know people hate us and they'll pay to watch us like get knocked out.
What Floyd did pretty much.
Yeah. So I mean like they're gaming the system, so props to them for that. But ain't get no dollars from here.
Oh yeah, and I just got an alert now. Like it's official. Miami, June 6th.
Wow.
I want to see that. That's crazy.
Wow.
I'd rather I'd definitely rather watch Holyfield and
Tyson.
Exactly.
I'm not about. No, man. I'm not.
You really gonna try to add some shit to his record, bro? 44
years. No, man.
Maybe it was that comment Tyson said.
What?
He was like, no disrespect to Floyd, really. He was like, but you stopped at 50 fights. Like, I forgot who was it. He named a couple boxers that had 100 plus fights. And he was like, you can't say you were the greatest when you stopped at 50. He was like, I give you that. Yeah, you went undefeated for 50 fights. I think it was Sugar Ray. He was like, but Sugar Ray, after he lost his fight, he went on and won 90 straight fights after that. He was like, so I get it. You stopped at 50 and you undefeated at 50. He like, but I don't consider him the greatest because he stopped fighting. I was like, I guess whatever, Mike.
like because we're getting into these kind of fake fight territory where it's just kind of like a. I mean that really is all. It's exhibitions. Like it's more of an event for social media essentially. Would y'all pay to see? Like I know it's weight classes and all that stuff, but again, like we can kind of bend the rules because it's not for real. Would you pay to see Tyson Mayweather?
Yes.
Yeah, I would.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I'll probably will always pay for a Tyson fight. It's just I probably will always pay for a Tyson fight. I've become even a bigger fan of Tyson
after that last fight.
No, not even after the last fight. Like I listen to hot boxing a lot now. Like Mike is just, I don't know. I just like Mike Tyson. Like I can't really explain it. Like he scared me as a child. And now as an adult, like I can appreciate Mike. Like no, like he was scared. Like 90s Mike Tyson, terrifying.
I don't think it was just because you were a child. I think he was just a terrifying human being.
He was just randomly beating up people, like just because they made fun of his voice and shit. Like
what Jamie Foxx say, like he's like you see Mike Tyson in the wild. It's like somebody brought in a pit bull without a leash. Like
dog. Like he was always in the news.
very
Fucking
concerned.
people up. Like, don't say shit to Mike on the street. No, you can't
At
heckle
all.
him. Hey Mike, you bow on your ass. Night night.
And if you were stupid enough to heckle Mike, like that's kind of your fault.
You was
You
actually
should have known
known
better. You pick your
You rather
fights
fight Aaron
wisely.
Donald. At least he tried to save you.
Let's get into some transaction and injury news. Tim, you wanna
I
take
got
the
you.
transactions and injuries?
All right, NFL. We going to do transactions first. So we got some retirements. Well wishes to linebacker Sean Lee for the Dallas Cowboys. He was the inside linebacker for a long time, but Lee was nice in his prime, but injuries
Like he
kind of
stayed
took him
hurt.
out.
Yeah, he was
I
always
was
hurt.
injuries took him out for a minute, but when he
It's
was on
like
the
he would
field,
either be out for the season or all pro. Like it was no in between.
yeah, because when he's on the field, the dude was a monster, but yeah, them injuries kind of kills him. And also Pittsburgh offensive lineman Marcus Gilbert, he retired as well. So good luck.
Best wishes.
Congratulations on your careers. Best of wishes.
Mm-hmm. All that good stuff.
So we got some trades though with this draft. So Kansas City continues to retool their offensive line. We got Orlando Brown Jr. 21. So they traded with the Ravens. They got Orlando Brown Jr., who was an offensive lineman, all pro. Oh, well, yeah, all pro, all star. Offensive lineman.
We picking up what you're putting down.
Right, a 21 second round pick, which is number 58, and a 22 sixth round pick. Baltimore gets the 21 first round pick, which is now number 31, a 21 third round pick, which is 94, a 21 fourth round pick, which is 136, and a 22 fifth round pick. They are trading away all of Lamar's protection. All of Lamar's protection. Like, since this is a contract year, I think he's lost his two or three of his starting offensive line.
They still got Staley, right?
Yeah, and I mean with Brown too. Brown wanted to be a tackle, so he was like, I want to play the position that I feel like I was meant to play. And he was talking about like how his dad, encouraged him to always be a tackle. And that's the position he wants to play. And had he stayed in Baltimore, they would have probably moved him to guard. So he was like, that ain't what I want to do. I'm a tackle. And I want to play left tackle. So
left tackles get paid the most money.
Yeah,
I have two notes that are on here. So Washington reacquired Eric Flowers from Miami for a swap of 7th round picks. And then it just came across that Marshall Faulk and Southern University have mutual interest. So Deion Sanders done started something because Eddie George, I think, just signed to coach Tennessee State.
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah.
Yeah. So
it's a
Hall of Fame.
I love it. Listen,
Hall of Fame black coaches
dope.
down there.
If getting Hall of Fame, black coaches in these historically black universities and colleges can help bring more talent to these leagues,
bring more money, most importantly, like
more money.
Bring up these facilities so that you can attract the top-notch athletes.
I'm all for it. That's one thing I think about often. Like, dang, like I probably should have went to a historically black college. Like,
yeah, that's the only thing I really regret.
Like I got my Marquette on now. Like,
You're ripping the powder.
I loved, Marquette mostly because of who I was there with, the black students who I went to Marquette with, the university, the prestige and whatnot. But I dealt with a lot on that campus, and it would have really been cool to be able to spend 4 or 5 years around my people, just in an environment that I probably would never get again. So something I think about a lot. Yeah, something I think about a lot. Speaking of, my little brother still owes me some Jackson State, some gear, so I need to text him about that. But we can move on.
I mean, put in an order for me too.
I will for real if you want Jackson State out.
Like, I've been trying to figure out like what's my, because like obviously I didn't go to HBCU, so like which one can I like adopt? So actually, I'll put that out to the Tech File fam. Like, if you went to a HBCU, tell me why y'all should be the bandwagon that I jump on.
Yeah, I'm just doing Jackson State U because that's for baby.
Well, I mean, you got the familial connection. I don't have that.
Gremlin's part of it, right? No.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the one. Well, Grambling is where I wanted to go to school too, but I wasn't sure.
Do
But
they have the fake Green Bay Packers logo?
no.
No, I just wanted to shade them.
No, they had an engineering program there.
Gotcha.
Oh yeah, because you did go to MSOE. That makes sense. Okay.
So NBA transactions. The LA Clippers, they signed center DeMarcus Cousins for the rest of the season on Monday. Is that a guaranteed contract?
Yeah, everything.
Oh, okay.
Like anything that's for the rest of the season is guaranteed at this point.
Oh, okay. So it's another guaranteed deal. Brandon Marshall. Cousins' second 10-day contract expired Sunday. He signed his first 10-day contract with the team on April 5th. NBA injuries. Houston Rockets point guard John Wall will likely miss the remainder of the season with the right hamstring strain. So according to sources, Wall's injury is a grade 2 hamstring strain, which has a typical recovery time of approximately 3 weeks. With the Rockets eliminated from playoff contention, the team has no intention of rushing Wall back. He did average 20 points and 6 assists, or 6.9 assists, while shooting 40% from the floor in 40 games this season for the Rockets. So it wasn't like he was useless on the floor.
I mean, some good, some bad in there.
Rockets were also just bad. So
Yeah, like
number one pick this year?
They better hope so.
If they're not,
if it
fall
falls
top
out of
three.
the top 4.
Oh, it's top 4 protected.
Yeah, top 4 protected.
Who's it go to?
Oklahoma.
Golden
Well,
State?
it's like a weird. It does go to Oklahoma City, but like there's a weird, like Oklahoma City, Miami. So like they don't even swap picks with Oklahoma City. Like they would swap picks. Like their pick would go to Oklahoma City, and they would get Miami's pick. Like they get the lowest of those 3 picks because of some trade at this point. Yeah.
Man,
so they can either pick top 4 or get like a. I mean, I guess it depends on where Miami falls, but right now it's looking like
20s.
mid-teens. No, because they had like 7th in the East right now, so they're at least in the teens. But still, that's a far drop for a team that has basically no future.
Man, whoever that person is, they got to keep track of the trade.
Man,
Web for OKC, dog. 6 figures. It's got to be. It's got to be. Because the way they got this shit on, like it's an automatic trigger here. So now your team pick is gone because them motherfuckers fucked up and fell out of this spot, even though you ain't got shit to do with their trade today. But tomorrow and next year, both of your picks going to OKC as well. Like, what the fuck? Just, it's too much.
Yeah, that's why you got to be creative when you put these trades together.
17 picks, ain't it?
17 first, I think.
17 first round damn picks. That's some wild shit, man. They better have a cold squad, or that GM needs to be fired. You got 17 shots.
I mean, this is the same man that picked Kevin Durant, Russell Westbrook. Well, Kevin Durant, Jeff Green, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, Serge Ibaka in 3 straight drafts. So, if you want somebody running your draft, I think that's the guy. Especially if you have
still
top 10 picks. Yeah.
Oh yeah. In Presti we trust. Yeah.
Like
it's kind of like
he made out.
Danny Ainge, young Danny Ainge is right now with these picks in Boston. Like when when Danny was grabbing these picks and stuff like that, people was like, "Oh my God, Boston got all this weapon and arsenal to do this, that, and the third for the future." It's that kind of the mode that we're going with Presti right now too. Granted, you've already named off Hall of Fame players that he's selected, but still.
Like Danny actually has a pretty spotty draft record.
Mm-hmm.
If you
He's
really
just
like
hit a few times, like on Tatum and Brown, but
but that's about it.
Yeah.
Well, I guess if he has a top 10 pick, he's been pretty good. It's when he's picking like the teens and the 20s where he's like picking guys that are out of the league pretty quickly. Which I mean, it makes sense. Like once you get basically past like the top 8 or 9, like you're hoping for a rotation player at best. So
fair enough. Cavaliers forward Larry Nance Jr. broke his right thumb on Sunday's loss at Washington and likely will miss the remainder of the season. Raptors Chris Bucher has a sprained MCL. Bucher has a sprained MCL in his left knee, and his return timetable will be based on rehab process.
Wait, before we move on, sorry. Cavaliers, yes. Did y'all see that?
Oh my, yeah, I seen it. I seen it.
I have never seen
done.
He smacked the shit out of that,
He
but like,
wants
bro,
to
don't
get
give me that
out of
shit.
there.
He said, I ain't even trying to inbound this ball right now, fam. I'm
Like,
out of here.
Watch the man grab the ball, pass to a wide open teammate,
And still
on the
was
break,
walking
cash
towards the
that shit.
sideline. He really did not care.
Hey, you got
He
it.
really did not care.
Hey man, I
That's what he
always
said,
advocate
too. You got it.
people take the money, but this is also the downside of taking the money. Like he knew what he was signing up for.
Right, hey,
And
you
you
wanted
here
this money.
You here now.
You here for this money.
So
He
deal
has
with
been,
that.
I won't say trapped because he signed the contract.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
But
not
I
like
wonder
they
how
said.
many times he's asked for a trade and they said no.
I mean, I think like if they could trade him, they would. Like he makes too much. Like he signed for so much money over what he was valued at around the league at that time. Like you can't get off that money. Like
And he's unrestricted after this year, ain't
no, I think he
No, I
still
think he
has
got
at
like
least
1 or 2
a
years,
year or
don't he?
two.
he? Jesus
Yeah.
Louise, that's still like 30+ million in the year, ain't it?
Let's see. Hold on. I'm just Googling his contract. He's not a free agent until 2023.
Mm.
Damn.
Ooh. He
Oh,
is.
shit.
He make 31 mil this year, 31 next year, and then 28 the
Wow.
next year.
For Kevin Love.
And he's 32 now, right?
Yeah, he'll be 35 when he hits free agency.
Ooh, yeah, that's,
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hey, he knew he
boy.
had one more contract.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And but like I get it, but he probably signed that thinking like, oh, I can force my way out. But
Mm.
It did
Again,
not
like,
work
if
out
you-
that way.
No, bro. Now you out here slapping the ball mid-game.
Do me that way.
An MRI revealed a grade 2 lateral sprain on Atlanta All-Star guard Trae Young's left ankle. Sources tell ESPN he's expected to be able to return to play once swelling and discomfort are gone. Wizards rookie Denny
Avdia.
That's fine. Denny Avdia suffered season-ending hairline ankle fracture. I'm sorry to hear that, sir.
It did not look good.
Kings guard De'Aaron Fox is expected to miss at least another 6 to 10 days due to health and safety protocols. And that it's it.
Well,
As of this recording.
Yeah. So Drew Holiday was on the JJ Redick podcast, and he was kind of
Such a
talking
great
about
episode.
It was, especially if you're a Bucks fan. Like there are a couple little nuggets in there that you might appreciate. But he was saying that when he was with COVID, like he really like was down bad and had all the symptoms. And like basically had to quarantine in his basement for pretty much the entirety. And then when he came back, like he said, he had like 4 days to kind of ramp up from 2 straight weeks of no physical activity whatsoever to playing an NBA game. He's like, you know, keep that in mind when people come off like the COVID list that they may have actually had COVID and had it bad and like they're working their way back. Right.
Like it's
like, we talked about Jason Tatum a couple weeks ago. Like that shit sticks with you. Like people think like, oh, you know, you had COVID and it's over with. Like, and you fine. Like, no, that's not.
I forgot it was a football player that said that they were still dealing with some shit too.
I'm not sure who, but I believe it.
That's rough. But yeah, get well soon, Mr. Fox. Fake Eric. Get well soon.
He been hooping though.
Oh, one more football thing. I think this is the last football thing. No, it ain't. I'm not gonna spend too much time. I don't want to spend too much time on this. So Goody, the Packers GM, he came out and said that they're working through Aaron Rodgers' contract situation, and that for the foreseeable future, he is the quarterback of this team.
Foreseeable future.
Then sign him. Then do the contract.
Right. If that's the case, do the contract.
Do the contract.
Extend Devontae. Extends to Darius and quit playing because he was out here talking big cash too. He was like, I mean, well, we signed the number 1 running back. We signed the number 1 what was it, defensive end or linebacker? And we signed the number 1 offensive tackle that was on the free agent market, technically. They're like, and people out here, like, they just so happen to play for the Packers.
Yeah.
So granted, yeah, we did re-sign our players, but they were the number 1s at their position on this free agent market. Anybody else grabbing them, everybody been like, whoa, what? Like that was a big coup for whoever the case may be. So
yeah.
I was like, when he said that, I was like, you know, you're right.
No, I mean, I didn't disagree with the free agency thing. My only thing, like the Aaron Rodgers thing, is what bothers me. Where I'm like, if that's how you feel, give him the money. Give him the money.
What is Aaron asking for? Like, is what he asking for like ridiculous or?
No, he don't have any guaranteed money on his contract. So, well, he doesn't have much guaranteed money left. So he's like, if y'all want me here, then like I'm gonna need for y'all to redo this contract and give me some more guaranteed money because like
he's all tied up.
I don't want to be a lame duck quarterback. Like don't just have me out here when
I mean he just won MVP too.
But after this season, because it's no longer guaranteed, they can just move him.
And he don't want that. He's like, I want some security. Like,
okay.
Guarantee my money and show me that you really want me here, and we'll be good.
So with that, we would have to get.
That don't make sense not to do it though. Like, look what he done.
It does make sense for the Packers if they're trying to move on to Jordan Love.
It would make sense if he didn't win an MVP last year.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Which
like, he just won MVP.
Because had he not won MVP, we probably wouldn't be talking about this. Aaron probably would have been moved.
How can you get better than that?
Had they listened to Tech File, we told them before the season started that Aaron Rodgers was going to have a. We said it. He came out and he did
petty.
it.
I'm gonna make it so hard for y'all to move me now, bro.
Come on,
like
man.
What y'all gonna do? Y'all gonna tell them y'all move the MVP for what? For what? He ain't even have all
Kibbles
season
and
for
bits,
what?
fam. Kibbles
and bits.
So now I've heard. I don't know how true it is, but I've heard rumblings that they said. I've heard rumblings that the Packers may entertain getting rid of Jordan Love. I'm like, bro, if they do that shit, I definitely lost some trust in Goop. But again, I don't know how true that is. It's a lot of talk now because it's the draft going on.
The draft is going to be a lot of flitter flatter, but yeah. So,
but they got to make a sign. They got to do something.
Hey, do it quick. We are pro Aaron Rodgers on this here podcast. Give the man his money. We've been saying give the man his money since he got this first contract. Before, like, pay him.
Plus, don't make we get free agent money, and his cats are sitting there literally waiting on us to get his contract so we can sign them.
Look, man, don't make me have to pick between y'all and Aaron, because I'm gonna have to think about that for a little bit. I'm not gonna lie to you. But on the Kansas City Chiefs, there is a tight end named Sean Culkin. And if he makes the roster and he gets paid, he said that he is going to convert all of his salary into Bitcoin. All of it. Almost $1 million salary. He said it will go to Bitcoin. So Culkin said, quote, I fully believe Bitcoin is the future of finance. And I wanted to prove that I have real skin in the game, not just trying to make a quick buck. I will be converting my entire 2021 NFL salary to Bitcoin. Hey, man, that's your money.
More power to you.
Do what you feel is right with your money.
Yeah.
I might be mispronouncing this, so if I am, correct me if I'm wrong. And if I am mispronouncing and none of us know that, I am sorry to you, sir. I did not mean to mispronounce your name on purpose. Fanbo Zhang is China's top basketball prospect. He committed to Gonzaga, and he has now decommitted, and he plans to join the NBA G League Ignite. He committed to Gonzaga last fall, but after they lost their assistant coach, Tommy Lloyd, who was part of the recruiting team to get him there in the first place, he was like, I'm going to go to the G League instead. So he's the second elite 2021 prospect to join the G League Ignite, joining Michael Foster, who announced this past Friday that he was also going to the Ignite.
From Milwaukee.
What's the 414, Mike?
And also Gonzaga got the top recruit in the nation, Chet Holmgren from state of Minnesota. So they'll be all right.
Yeah, I was like, they'll be cool. They'll be cool.
He was high school teammates with Jalen Suggs, so I kind of expected him to go there.
That makes sense.
Who also obviously declared for the draft, because why wouldn't he?
Because the money's there. You got the talent. Go and get that. Starting with the 2021-22 season, Turner Sports is going to be acting as the second national partner for the NHL after ESPN. So that used to be NBC, and they were even considered the favorites to land that B package. But Turner came in the last minute, offered a bigger bag, and NHL was like, for sure. And I've heard some, as Kim Scuttlebutt, that one thing that they're interested in is getting Charles Barkley on some NHL coverage, because one thing about Chuck, I know I see the face, I understand, but he actually really likes hockey.
Mhm.
And he's even said before on like some Inside the NBA broadcast, like I'd rather be watching the Stanley Cup right now than what I'm doing here. So I could see it. If you're bringing Charles Barkley on, you're bringing him on for it's entertainment value, and Chuck's going to give that to you.
See, Charles used to talk shit about people at ESPN, like, man, they give you 1 million jobs over there. Like, now they got him doing basketball, college basketball, and hockey. Like, see, he was talking too much shit.
Now you're going to be working all these hours too, sir.
Right.
It was reported recently that the 2-night WrestleMania had a positive reaction backstage. You know, a lot of the wrestlers were like, we like that. However, the plans are for WrestleMania to return to being a one-night show. Future. That's what
It's a long show.
That's the thing. Like, either commit to a shorter show or do 2 nights. Because having 50 matches in an 8-hour show,
everybody kind of did get old.
That's what Daniel Bryan said. Like, he was mentioning that really long WrestleMania where he was like, I'm glad that I had my match like 2 hours into the show, because the main event came like 6 hours into it. By that time, the fans are like hungry, they're tired, they don't get no more energy. That was when it started
like 4 o'clock, wasn't it?
Man, we was at y'all place for like I remember we had got to y'all place at like 4 to start WrestleMania, and then at like 9:30 everybody was like, you know what, we're all going home. Like, we'll text about the rest of the show, and it didn't end until like 11:30. Like, it was on forever.
And again, it's a Sunday night. Like, people gotta get up and go to work the next day. Like, nobody wants to commit to that long ass show.
Exactly.
I mean, like, it makes financial sense, I guess, is the only explanation. I mean, that's always the explanation with Vince McMahon, but like, they would have to pay for the stadium 2 nights essentially, and like, they're going to Dallas next year. Like, I don't know if you want to pay what Jerry Jones is charging for rent to run a building 2
I'm
days
sure
in a
him
row.
and Vince could work something out.
They
seem like they were probably good old
Best
boy,
of
like some
buds.
friends, right?
Yeah, but neither
Under
one
the
of them is
same
giving up
circles.
$1 just because
You
they're
know
friends.
You right. You absolutely right.
Like,
They're
they'll
going
share
around
their
with a
shows.
knife in each other back.
Pay me. Pay me.
I know you, Jerry. I know you too, Vince.
Like, I like
Last, but I don't like you
I
that
like
much.
money
Mess with
more.
my money. Last but not least, the City of Milwaukee Common Council voted to approve the settlement with former Bucks forward Sterling Brown. So the City of Milwaukee is going to be paying Sterling $750,000 and issuing him a formal apology in that police brutality case that we've been covering on this show since the news broke. So way to go, Sterling, to actually have them own up to that and get your apologies. I know that was something that he was on. Like, I didn't do any, like, y'all owe me an apology. And as I've said before about America and how they want us to all come together, I can't come together until you apologize and acknowledge what you did. So accountability is always the first step. So it's good to see that that's happening and he's getting paid. So
as a City of Milwaukee taxpayer, I feel like that shouldn't be coming from my money. Like, I feel like the police union, police pension fund, whatever, like, police need to pay out their own settlements because
hell yeah,
they didn't want doing the shit. Like,
that's a fact.
Fair enough.
Facts.
But also, shout out to the Bucks because they are offering vaccines at the game on Sunday for people that are attending. So
the prime. Do you still call afternoon game prime time if it's like a, like it's?
Let's call it a showcase game because it's not prime time.
Okay, I'm gonna say, like, what do you call it?
Game
showcase.
of the week.
There you go. Yeah. Okay, that's the word. Okay. So
also pay attention to the intro. I can't say why, but pay attention to the intro to that game on ABC 2:30.
Can you tell us when we get off the air?
Yeah, I can tell y'all. I can't tell.
Okay, cool. Y'all can wait. I want to know. Yeah. Do we got any blow the whistles this week?
I got one.
All right, blow the whistle then.
All right, so my blow the whistle is on the International Olympic Committee. They voted to uphold some longstanding rules regarding athlete protests during the Olympic Games. People had kind of been working on the IOC to loosen those for like Black Lives Matter, allowing people to take knees and fists in the air, like those types of police brutality, Black Lives Matter type protest. IOC said, nope, we ain't changing. But then in the articles that they released, like they cited a Zimbabwe athlete who is a white Zimbabwe athlete, and it's like, yeah, of course that person is like, no, don't be protesting about black. Like, I get it. Like, you don't want to necessarily take away from the spirit of community, but also like you have these people, like you have black athletes throughout the IOC, and you have people who have different issues around the world that need attention, and this is the largest, sporting event in the world. So it's a great platform for these underserved communities to have their voices heard. And if you really want international cooperation, like, you have to give voice to the voiceless. You have to uplift the people that are doing bad in this world. So, it's a further it's a further example of, the monetary interest and the I'll just say the white power structure, like, enforcing their beliefs and their their rules on the rest of us. So, boo IOC.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I don't even know they did that, but I definitely agree with your points.
Bang on.
Tech Top 5 time. All right, so last week was best baseball uniforms. It was a two-way tie. I don't recall whose list was whose. So which one of y'all had the Dodgers at number 1 outside of me?
I did.
And then who had the Brewers at number 1?
It was I.
That's the two winners right there, Eric and Tim.
Fist
Y'all
bump,
are
Tim.
Co-winners
Congratulations,
from the
gentlemen.
past week. So congrats.
I've been tying a lot lately.
Hey man,
We gotta
we
get more
need some
people
more
to vote.
votes. We got some more. We gotta get some more.
We
We
need
got to be out
tiebreakers.
here stumping like it's a real campaign. Like, we need
For
votes. This
Y'all
week.
got one more week before y'all start getting your called out. Don't think it's
Oh
sweet.
shoot. Oh shoot.
Don't think it's sweet out here in these streets.
This week we're doing best rapper turn actors. So
I have a
give them
question.
props. Go ahead.
Mhm.
So is that people that started as rappers and became actors, or is it just anybody that raps and acts?
The latter.
So anybody that raps and lacks. Raps and acts.
Raps
and lax. Yes.
Okay, then I have to do some rejiggering. Okay.
Tim, here's with your list, sir.
Number 5, I got LL. LL Cool J. Actually,
In the
fucking with
House? Was that your show?
In the House was cool. It was all right with me, but I like his movies more so. Like, Deep Blue Sea was one of my favorites. But Mindhunters is fucking phenomenal. You never seen it yet? He's an FBI profiler. It is dope. Mindhunters was a really good movie. But no, plus he's still acting to this day, but he still was like in his prime. He was one of the top rappers, and like, so LL was a monster and is still doing his thing. Plus, The Definition is my favorite LL album.
What's it got to do with this, man?
I'm explaining why he's on my list, bro. You know
The album has nothing to do with this.
The rap part of it is the album.
Okay, so we gotta give our favorite album of the rapper.
You ain't gotta do it, but I did. Number 4, I got Mark Wahlberg.
Mark,
Could put him on
Marky Mark.
Yeah, I had to. You have to, man.
Nigga be acting, but
Yeah, he do.
He do.
I like his movies too.
He has some good. We got good films, bro.
No, don't start naming them because then we gotta get on your ass. So
What's Departed?
Number 3, I got. I'm gonna go with Ice Cube.
At 3, okay.
I'm gonna go with Donald Glover at number 3. I'm gonna go with Donald Glover at number 3. I fuck with the Fridays more than I do with a lot of shit.
Okay.
But
so can I
Childish
just ask you a
Gambino.
quick question?
Mm-hmm.
Are you judging yours off of like how many of the movies that they've been in that you enjoyed, or like their actual acting talent?
I'm going with the whole package actually. I'm going with how I feel about them as a rapper, as well as how I feel about them as an actor, and just kind of putting the two together.
Okay.
And Marky Mark still made your list if you concluding the rap.
Because I fuck with the movies. Like
Two
Two Guns was my movie.
Shoot, then you should he should be 5, my nigga.
Like, Two Guns is up there. What the fuck was that? He has a lot of cop movies though. Mark Wahlberg has a lot of cop movies.
I wonder why.
He's from Boston.
But I do fuck with his movies. I really do. Number
My
two,
khakis.
My khakis.
Number two, I'm gonna go with Ice Cube because, like Eric said,
Cube.
like on this one, the movies and the movies are heavily weighted, but I didn't mind his music. But number one, I'm going
Q
with.
probably up who you've listed so far.
You said what?
You know what? Never mind. Nothing.
Number
Never
one is
mind.
Will Smith. But of course,
Yeah, that makes sense.
I'm with you.
It's still trash.
My list was too close to Tim, so I'm gonna change it again. 5, I'm gonna go
Dang.
with Aubrey Graham. Young Drake
You
out
know,
here.
I
was he
thought
rapping
about-
first?
He was
Well, he
I thought
said
he was
that
acting
first.
first.
He was
We
acting
said
first.
it.
He said it
Actually,
mattered.
She
acting
did
and
say
rap.
anybody. Damn.
Yeah,
But he count like
yeah, he come.
But I mean, his.
I mean,
rapping
if we
is
gonna
heavily
give Marky
weighted.
Mark, like if he counts for rapping, like
I mean, Marky Mark had an album first before he acted. So
Yeah,
if we're being
I know.
technical here, like the Funky Bunch was out
I'm
here.
saying like
Funky Bunch.
if Marky Mark's music career counts towards like being a rapper and an actor, like Drake's acting career counts towards him being an actor and a
Yeah,
rapper.
I mean,
Yeah.
my list came from everybody who was
A rapper
rappers
first.
first.
That's what I thought. I thought you meant people like if they only had like 1 or 2 roles, but they were a rapper. Like, do they count? I meant like yeah to that. That's a good question. Does Drake count? Because he started off acting and then he went to rapping.
I feel like
Ass.
I'm cool with it. I'm cool with it. He can go with it. He can run with
keep
it.
Drake. He wouldn't be on mine, but you
He
keep, and I
go
love
win.
Degrassi.
He go win.
Exactly.
Because he got Drake, he go
Yeah,
win.
this nigga. He knew what he was doing. Goddamn.
Go ahead.
I had a different list at first, and then you said it counted, so I'm like, okay, well, I'm gonna put Drake on here.
I didn't understand what you were saying.
Number 4.
I thought it was a very clear question, but okay.
Can I
4,
substitute Marky Mark with Drake?
your list a lot. 4.
Okay.
Shit.
4, I'm gonna go with T.I.
What else has he been in outside of
He's an Ant-Man.
T.I.
he's
low-key
an
been in-
American
been in
Gangster,
Yeah,
He
he was
an
good. He was
ATL.
good in that, man. He was good. in
Yeah,
that,
he
man.
low key been
Yeah,
in.
yeah,
He
yeah,
been in a lot
yeah.
of shit.
So
Yeah,
4
yeah.
T.I. 3, I'm gonna go with Childish Gambino.
Okay.
He might lose with T.I.
2.
Yeah, he got some stuff going on.
Oh yeah, fuck, I forgot. My list ain't over, so I'm gonna scratch that. I forgot about T.I.'s issues. So if I'm not gonna go with T.I., I'm gonna go with Andre 3000.
Okay.
Okay.
Hey, he was hilarious and
Get Shorty. Not Get Shorty.
yes.
Was it Get
When he
Shorty?
had we had the teacup and the
Yeah.
gun. and
Be cool.
Be cool.
Be cool. Get Shorty was the first one. Yeah.
Be cool. That was one
Yeah,
with
that
The
was a
Rock
good
in it
movie.
too.
Mm-hmm.
That boo.
All right, so I'm gonna go 5 Andre 3000, 4 Drake, 3 Childish Gambino, 2 Queen Latifah,
Thank you.
Okay.
and 1 Will
I
Smith.
personally
God
don't like
dang. How dare you?
I just don't like Queen Latifah.
You know what? Queen Latifah has a resume where if she was a white man, she would get so much more respect. I'm gonna just put it like that.
But
I
she's
did not
not,
argue that.
so it doesn't matter.
Therefore, you should be lifting her up even more because she deserves it. She
If you
don't fuck with her,
I
shit.
personally don't fuck with her.
like,
Just like I don't
the
fuck with Mary J.
resume,
Blige.
yes.
Like they're on the same list.
hey, you cannot F with somebody but appreciate what they do.
Yeah, I ain't saying I don't appreciate her. She
It
ain't,
sounded like you did.
she ain't on my list, goddammit.
I mean, she's kind of she's the Paul Pierce of rapping. Like, she a legend, but he just don't fuck with
Hold
her.
on, fam.
That
We
is
ain't gonna-
perfect.
I'm not saying
No.
I'm not saying that. I'm
Perfectly
saying
said.
he's saying that.
I am not going.
That's how he feels.
Perfectly
I am not
said, Eric. Thank you.
taking any
So you don't really
Latifah
care for
slander.
any.
Ain't no slander. I guess
Just put
personally.
her at
don't
number
like
2.
her.
You
I
called her
didn't say
Paul Pierce, fam.
I said that's how
slander.
he feels about her.
I'm talking to Kent
Yeah.
because he agreed.
I didn't call him. He called her Paul Pierce.
You
Oh,
said
here we
you
go.
called it. I'm not
Anyways.
going, fam.
He was
I'm
speaking
not
through
going.
me, for me.
So that means you
Vicariously through
agreed.
You said it.
Not going. Not
I had her
going.
too.
I will
I
not
got love for her.
stand for any Queen Latifah slander.
It's
The
all
resume
good.
is too deep. The resume is too
It's all
deep.
good.
It's too deep. You had Will Smith at number 1. I'm assuming, Eric.
Yes. The Fresh
All right.
Prince.
Just make sure I got this right. You had Drake at 5.
No,
Andre
Andre.
No, Andre.
Dre at 5 because I had to take T.I. off. So Dre at 5, Drake at 4, Donald Glover at 3, Queen Latifah at 2, Will Smith at 1.
Okay.
All right. Got my blood pressure all up. Number 5.
You did it
I got
to
two.
yourself.
I got Tupac. It was cut. Thank you, Deuce. Like, how do we not have Tupac yet? Career definitely cut short.
Yeah, again, someone I personally don't fuck with.
I mean,
you didn't F with Juice?
It was alright.
I'm learning so much about you today, and I am.
See, Eric has never seen it.
I ain't seen Poetic Justice.
Dude, can you please go to the mic, fam? I need some backup here.
Y'all disrespectful.
Oh, we disrespectful.
Disrespectful, fam. I cannot.
First of all,
this.
I was like 7 years old when the movies came out. Like,
that don't mean you couldn't watch it when you were 16. Like, it's still here. My
God. You didn't come to America, then.
Ah.
I saw that when I was a kid.
Poetic Justice, Above the Rim.
Wasn't my type of movie.
I like Above the Rim though. Above the Rim was good.
Well, Above the Rim. But like,
have I seen a Tupac movie?
They're not top 5.
What's not top 5?
For
Tupac,
like you said, where use about time Tupac show. I can't believe like Tupac's not here. Like he's not top
fam.
5.
Tupac is a better actor than LL Cool J. Well, was a better actor than LL Cool J.
LL Cool J got more iconic roles though.
Do we? What's LL Cool J's most iconic role?
Is he?
He's doing the same role over and over.
Right. Anaconda. Any given Sunday. In the House.
Yeah.
He shows no range.
Show he's on.
He played the same character in every
Thank you.
I mean, Will Smith.
He do that.
No, he don't.
Will Smith in every movie.
Come on, man. Will Smith was a magical golf caddy. He's been
Legend of Bagger Vance.
Come on, man. We're
Will
not.
Smith got range though.
Thank you. No.
Pursuit of Happiness.
Yeah, Will Smith got range.
7 pounds. Come on, man.
We can't do the Will Smith.
You get
Will Smith.
Sad Will Smith. You get cool Will Smith. And that's about it.
So come on.
You gotta say the same thing about Denzel then.
Thank you. Like if that's the way.
If we really gonna go there,
Denzel
say the same thing about Denzel then.
That's a fact.
Denzel was in Malcolm X and played Denzel Washington.
Fam.
As Denzel Washington as Malcolm X.
Exactly.
Right. Like it was just Denzel with red hair. Like
so then, like let's not do Will Smith, fam. Like let's not do that.
It ain't like he just like lost himself in the role.
I'm learning so much about y'all. What you mean?
I'm not disputing any of it. Like their movies.
Oh no! What I said was that Tupac had. What I said was that Tupac had more range than LL Cool J. Tupac. That's what I said.
I agree.
That's what I said, and then led to something completely different about Will Smith, which. Again, I can't. There's certain people I can't take slander about. And
yeah, we can't do the Will Smith slander.
I can't. Even if you talk about the music, I can't.
I guess I can't have no slander. Like
no Big Willie slander is allowed around me.
Big Willie.
I'm gonna tell you like that because you know you was bumping the Big Willie in your Jeep.
Jiggy
Come
with
on,
it.
You know you was bumping Big LA. So what you talking about?
Hey, that's my shit though.
First of all, don't nobody call him.
What you talking about? They call
me Big L.
He had that bitch turned all the way up too.
Just because that's your song.
Oh shit.
But no, okay, my fault. I'm sidetracked. My fault. Number five. I got
aside
Tupac.
from Queen Latifah, like none of these people really play anybody other than like themselves in movies. But go ahead with your list. Like Queen Latifah is a legitimate actress. Like she played different characters.
She can do Broadway. She can do sitcom. She can do a hood movie. But anyways, 5 I got Tupac. 4 I got Ice Cube. Ice Cube got a bonus on my list for being able to write and direct as well. Like the fact that he has the pen. I mean, he got a sharp. I mean, he wrote most of NWA stuff too. But neither here nor there. Number 3, I got Donald Glover. I will shout you out, Eric, for putting me on Childish Gambino in the first place. And then his acting career has just been like he's good. Again,
coming back.
Cold with the pen. What? Oh, you had like some.
You growled that one up.
Yeah, I didn't understand what you said. I just heard the tone, and it was offensive to my spirit. I didn't know what you said. So.
Jesus.
Number 2, I got Queen Latifah. As I mentioned, she can do anything. She was in Set It Off. She was in Chicago. She was in Living Single. Like she has range. She's the Equalizer now, Just Right, which is one of my husband's favorite.
I actually like that movie.
Comedy.
I like
and
that
she
movie.
played that blues singer too in that one movie. Yeah.
Range. Queen Latifah deserves far more respect than what she gets, and also. If we want to talk about the rap, Unity is still one of my like all-time like favorite rap tracks, and Just Another Day will always sound good on a sunny day. Always. Always, always, always. Next time it's sunny, just turn that on and tell me I'm lying. That's all I'm gonna just listen to it. And then number 1, I got Will Smith because he he popularized this. Like he is when you think rapper turned actor, you think Will Smith. So number 1, Will Smith.
All right, so my top 5. At 5 I have Ice-T.
Another nigga who played the same nigga all the time.
Hey, man, he been on TV for like 20-some years now.
Playing the cop.
Playing the same shit.
Which is so wild to think that Ice-T
longevity, I'll give him that.
Biggest roles was as a cop.
Yeah, because Ice-T, like you would never have thought.
Yeah, exactly.
But you didn't he have like a cop?
Oh yeah, he did play.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Trouble, like he got famous for it.
Yeah.
Having like a cop, like it's just a weird career arc there.
Yeah. So Ice-T at number 5. Huh.
That's why they call it acting.
That's a fact.
Ice-T at 5. Number 4, Mark Wahlberg, Marky Mark. Number 3, Donald Glover. Number 2, Ice Cube, and number 1, Will Smith.
Do y'all know the words to Good Vibrations?
Do I know?
Can y'all sing any?
That's all I know.
No.
Feel it.
Got the good vibrations. You got the
Hey, I
All
can't
of
lie
those
on Marky Mark and the Funky
vibrations.
Brunt. Like,
I used to play the radio at night, so the shit was huge at the time.
no, I played that a lot in high school.
Like
Don't ask
2 when that came
why.
out?
That's
Yes,
who John
well, I
Cena
don't-
got his gimmick from. And shit.
What did he say? He looked like Mark Wahlberg if he ate Mark Wahlberg or something.
Something
He
like
said that
that.
in that movie.
Something
Yeah,
like that.
Speaking of John Cena, y'all know he's the villain in the new Fast and Furious movie, right?
Mhm.
Yeah, I saw that trailer
That's
and
what's up. He out here.
I was
He doesn't
completely
money.
confused about what's happening.
Oh,
Because
then wait a minute.
I didn't watch the last one.
And he's Dom's brother, who we never knew existed before.
Wait, so
this.
you lost the Rock, you picked up John Cena, and he automatically related to the motherfucker?
But Dom's all about family, but we never heard he had a brother. How does that
Right.
make sense?
That's what the story gonna be
I
about.
mean, it's
Gonna
the
be
Fast
on
and
there.
Furious. Don't ask no questions.
Y'all wilding now, bro.
You can't
They went
see
from
me.
stealing gas out of other people's cars and jacking trucks for the fuel to we saved.
Now they going to
one
space,
car
and
at
this
a
what it
time.
look like.
Man, I don't
Oh,
know
for
what they're
real?
doing.
I didn't even see the trailer.
The last part was like Jesus Christ, definitely not Denzel. Tyrese.
Denzel would never.
Tyrese and
Ludacris,
Ludacris, like they got
in a
on
flying
space
car.
suits and they flying in a car.
I've seen 2 Fast and the Furious.
I'll tell
Oh.
you this.
Mhm.
The first out of the first 5, 1 was good, 2 was good, 5 was good.
Mm.
Well, I really disagree about 2.
You know,
Like
what?
I liked
I'll
it
give
at
you
the
that.
time, but like
I
now
haven't
going back and watching
seen it.
it,
I haven't
Jack
seen it
Cito,
recently.
cuz. What you talking about?
But I
like
like
rest in peace
to
to Singleton, but
I like 2 when they came out. So you might be right. I haven't watched it in a long
Yeah.
time. But 5 was my favorite. That was one that had me going like, okay, they might have something again with this franchise. And then 6 was kind of outlandish, but then the ending of 6 made me want to watch 7 kind of. But then Paul Walker passed away, so that's why I went to see 7. And I thought that was going to be it. And then it wasn't. So I said I refuse to see 8. And I refuse to see 9. I'm done. I'm tapping out at 7. That's as many as I can do.
Yeah, I was good
8
with
was
2.
the beginning of the. What
this is
the fuck
basically an
going on?
Avengers movie, like where it's like nobody can die.
Like, how the fuck
got
you looking
superpowers.
for? They chasing after something that can find anybody in the world, but getting chased by a man that's found them everywhere in the world. I want you to hire this nigga instead of chasing his device.
I don't even know what, like, I just don't know.
Like, damn.
I never got Fast and the
Hey.
Furious.
Like just turn your brain off and just enjoy it. Like that's the only way you can.
Yeah,
like if
pretty
you
much.
ask any question, like you pull at one thread, it just all falls apart. So
That's what threw me off. I was just like, it doesn't
just
make
good
sense.
action flick.
Like, what is going?
Yeah,
what
it's
the fuck
mindless
is going
action.
on?
That's all it
This
is.
makes no
with
sense.
jokes and pretty women, like that's it.
Like get faded and,
And-
watch
and
Fast
big
and
cars
Furious.
and fast
That's-
cars.
in cars, yeah.
Tyrese so trash.
Tyrese low key is really funny
He's
in those
hilarious
movies.
in the movies.
Him and Ludacris work well together, which I would have never expected to say. You know what? We've been here too long. That's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed it. Make sure that y'all vote on these lists because I feel some type of way about these lists, so I really need for y'all to come
Vote.
out here and vote
Just
Especially
vote,
with the
y'all.
Queen
It's easy.
with the Queen Latifah slander from Ken, which
It's not slander. I just said I personally dislike her. That's it.
fam, when
I
you
could
said,
not like somebody.
when you let Eric speak through you and say he the Paul Pierce, he the Paul Pierce, that was
I
too
felt
far.
that. When he said that, I felt
said
that.
I
Okay.
felt that.
That's too far.
That's
That
not
is too far.
no disrespect. Respectfully, she's Paul Pierce.
On site, fam. On site.
Respectfully, she's Paul Pierce. All right, it's all right.
On site. But no, that's the show this week. We hope y'all enjoyed it. As a reminder, make sure that you like, subscribe, rate, review, share the show, all those things, those free things you can do to help support the pod. And if you want to support the pod financially, we also have our 4-year anniversary tees. Make sure y'all cop one of those.
Get it.
The order forms close May 20th, so time is ticking. I know you think you got some time, but you know how quickly that's gonna roll around. So get your orders in today. Get them in and get them in, get them in. And also a reminder, Tuesday, 6 to 8 p.m. Central Time on the Good News app. Tune in and rock with us, fam. Rock with us. And catch us on YouTube, subscribe, like, all that stuff. We appreciate it. We really, really do. And if you want to follow me on social media, you can catch me.
Wait a minute.
On the Twitter and Instagram at Camille Monet, CamilleMonae, because
your mom is fancy.
Thank you, sir.
I just want to shout out Give Me a Buck podcast. They had me on this week.
Oh yeah.
Really,
good shit.
Really good conversation with Joel and Zach. So if you want to check that out, it's an hour of Bucks talk, which they don't let me do on here. Yeah, a little bit. But that won't let me do that on here, so I have to get my shit off on there.
Hey, don't say they. I mean, let's talk about
one specific person.
I would say me. Well, say no Buck show.
Might be crying once we get over 10 minutes. Like,
hey man, chill out, man.
Like every national NBA show, don't we talk about Lakers 24/7? But you know, that's neither here nor there.
We don't get no love.
Begging for LeBron, bro.
Lakers don't get enough love on Tech File.
Whose fault is that?
Much love on Tech File.
Shoot, nigga, you bring him up then.
Anyway, at Bucksburner on Twitter.
That's all y'all get.
Damn right.
Everyday_gentleman on Instagram. K Harris 216 on Twitter and Snapchat.
And it's your boy, TIMKINZ, the number 3, aka Ass Ketchum, aka Mr. Give It To Me. We will see y'all. Y'all hear us next week. For sure.
Or if you're watching on YouTube, you will see us next week.
You'll see us next week.
Come see this life journey as I go through it, fam.